This is Daddy from Ingram Audio, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I use Logic's Flex Pitch. Flex Pitch is a little weird. It sounds a little more robotic if you use it too much. One of the way I found of getting around that is using auto-tune with the Flex Pitch. So I'm just going to throw on the just normal Logic auto-tune. It doesn't matter which auto-tune. Pitch correction. And then I'm just going to leave the response and the tolerance where they are. They don't matter. All I'm going to change is the key. I know the song's in A major, so I'm just going to put it in A major. And then I'm going to leave the rest because this isn't going to be fixing everything. This is just going to be helping carry everything to the note it's supposed to be at. So that way we're not 100% relying on the Flex Pitch because Flex Pitch sounds a little tuned when you do it that way. So I found this way works really well. Let's listen to it.
Oh, couldn't let you go now, even if I tried.
So it definitely still needs work. My next step then would be to turn Flex Pitch on. Awesome. All right, now that I got Flex Pitch open, I'm going to make sure I have my scissor tool right here because all we're going to be doing in this video is cutting and clicking. That's pretty much all this is going to be.
Couldn't let you go now, even if.
So what we're not going to do is highlight everything and set it to perfect pitch because some things we might not want to change. Some things might get weird if we do that. It might sound robotic. So it's got this big scoopy thing going into it right there.
Couldn't let you go.
We don't want to fix the beginning and the endings of the words usually because that's what's going to make it sound weird. We want to leave those alone. So I don't want to mess with this area too much. So I'm going to cut it right there. And then same with this. This has a really big dip, so I'm actually going to cut it right there, and then I'm going to cut it right there, and then we're going to cut that. Because what we're trying to do here is flatten this out without sounding robotic. So this one probably can just go down. We'll just get those. And then I'm going to highlight these two, and then I'm going to use the vibrato to kind of just, I guess not. I'm going to use the vibrato to kind of just level them out a little bit.
Couldn't let you go now.
Already sounds better, and with the auto-tune, it's helping it get a little closer so we don't have to do as much, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. All right, next one. We'll just double click on it. Let's just cut it there so we don't move this part. We'll just flatten it a little bit. And then this little scoop into it. We don't want to mess with the scoop. We like this scoop down. That's what's making it sound
You go now.
human. So we're going to leave that. If we really wanted to fix it more, we could just grab it and pull it down a little bit, but still leaving it scooped.
Couldn't let you go now.
It's just, I guess, a preference from there. I like things a little more human sounding, so I'm going to move it back. This word just needs a little double click, and you know what?
Oh, now even.
We could get a little crazy and do some cuts here. Sometimes with Flex Pitch, I've noticed the cuts, you can hear them. Let's see if that.
You go now, even if I.
This is a little too tuned for me.
Go now, even.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
You go now, even if.
Cool. Okay, let's just double click on those. Double click on those. These are probably fine.
Now, even if.
This if is a little weird. Let's go ahead and cut it right there. Let's cut it right there. Let's pull it down and let's just see if we can flatten this bad boy a little bit.
Now, even if I try.
We'll cut the little ends, flatten, cut the ends, give it a little flatten poo.
Now, even if I tried.
Okay.
Couldn't let you go now, even if I tried. Couldn't let you go now, even if I tried.
I think that sounds great. It sounds a lot better than it did before we did all of that, and it sounds better than it did with just auto-tune. So this is how I use Flex Pitch. I hope this was educational for you and you learned something, and this can work for you. And this is Daddy's Mixing Class, and I am Daddy from Ingram Audio. And this is the end of the video.